todo caso, mira, la mejor vista.
So maybe to start, here in front of us is the St. Bonifacius Bridge, or is a love bridge. It's the most photographed bridge for the marriages. It's also the smallest bridge of our city, probably also the most beautiful bridge, the Love Bridge. So this is a part that you cannot see from on the streets there, but very beautiful. Look at the houses here, pittoresque.
¿No? No te quiero cambiar.
After the bridge on the right, we are going to see the old St. John's Hospital from the 12th century. It was a hospital until the year 1976. It was a hospital for more than 700 years. The old hospital after the bridge. If you want to stand up, it's all good for me, no problem, but have a look first. Be careful. If you want to get rid of your husband, that's the moment. Yes. It was a hospital from the year 1188, a very long time ago. It's still standing and in a very good condition as well. For all over the centuries, it's really amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, please be careful for our next bridge. We are calling it the Guillotine Bridge, the lowest one from our tour. Be careful. That's my first day today, yes. Don't stand up, don't stand up.
¿Qué pasa? Ah.
Just fitting, yeah? Okay. So far, so good. In front of us here is the Lake of Love. It's also one of the places for the swans, and here in the city we have around 150 swans. We already have swans in the city from the 16th century. We need to keep the swans, otherwise something bad will happen to our city. It's like a curse. And then the bridge here is the only entrance to the beguinage, the monastery, Begijnenhof. We have still 5 sisters of the Benedictine order inside of it. And just over there in front of us is the lock system. It's to control the water level in the inner city. The water after the building is 1 meter higher. It's a 16th century system, and it's still the same system today, so controlling the water level. We have 4 systems like this, so the water level can change a little bit, but not much.
Ajá. ¿Ves bien ahí si me pongo así? ¿En serio? Y creo que me estoy cagando
On
toda
the
la
right hand
gente.
side here is the brewery, is a Half Moon brewery, a sour beer factory. It's very important, no beer, no life. The house beers Bressezot Strafhendrik. The Bressezot means the brewed joker, but it's a fine good beer, it's our #1 local beer. It's with the joker on the bottle. If you have the chance to it, you need to try it. Voila. Bressezot, or yeah, with the Zot, yes, the Zot. Yeah. You can find it in every bar, in every shop, everywhere, everywhere. It's a beer for everyone, eh? It's just, it's a good fine beer, nothing too special, nothing too strong, oh, just okay. Watch out guys, be careful, watch out. It's a typical Belgian weather, eh? Sometimes the sun shines, sometimes raining, and it's a typical Belgian weather, eh?
Sí. ¿Ah?
And on the left-hand side here was actually for the people that died in the hospital, was for transporting the dead bodies. You can see the white board over here, that's how they did it.
¿Por esa puerta transportaban a los cadáveres?
On the right-hand side here, some really small houses, 18th century private houses. I'll show you the houses because they are really small. Have a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Small but not bad. Look at this place here. It would be nice to drink your coffee in the morning. Eh? In the evening you drink something else, but that's up to you. Your choice, your choice. And just here a bit further is the Palace of Groothuse from the 15th century. The next thing is the smallest window of our city. It was a spy window, was to spy on the boats. If you want to see it, have a good look please. You can find it right up on the wall in front of us. It's going to be with the white on the side. Now you can see it, spy window. The lords of Groothuse were very bad their own army. They were also selling the spice during the beers. In the Middle Ages, the people, they were brewing the beers themselves. For one thing, they needed to buy the spices over here. They were not allowed to buy the spices somewhere else, so they did pretty good, I guess. You need to know, in the Middle Ages, beer was safer to drink than water. Eh? That was a good time, eh? And of course here the best boat company of the city, no doubt about that. 5 different boat companies, and in total we have 25 boats. The first boat tours were already in the year 1905, so almost 120 years for the boat tours. For the moment we have 9 electric boats. Against the year 2028 it needs to be all electric. This is one of them, the electric boat. The yellow facade of the hotel on the right counts 720 small tiny windows. They are all made from crystal and it comes out of Venice, Venetia. And they are the oldest windows of our city. You can see the purple shine, huh? the bell tower on the market square from the 13th century. It's a tower from 83 meters high. It has also a carillon with 47 bells. All the bells together, 27 tons. The tower leans a little bit to the right, so actually 1 meter and 20 to the right. You can see that. One day it's coming down. But I live on the good side of the city, so no problem. The belfry. It's possible to climb up, but you need to do it 366 steps. So good luck, have fun, bonne chance. The watchtower.
Suenan las campanas, amorcito. ¿No nos empezamos? No nos vemos. Que soy imbécil. No me veo. Sí.
This here in front of us is our oldest bridge. It's called the May Bridge from the year 1390. It's the oldest one, and here in the city we have 41 bridges. The existence of our city was between the 7th and the 8th century, so it is a very, very old city. The further we go, the less touristic it gets, but it's still very beautiful. Look at this place here on the left, it's a bed and breakfast. A nice place, not bad. And you can also see the city flag. And then on the left hand side, a small tea house was very typical for the 19th century. It was for the very rich, the product tea was something really expensive, so a small addition of a tea house. And on the right hand side here is our connection with the city Ghent, and it's around 45 kilometers. City Ghent, also very beautiful, but Bruges is more beautiful. It was important for the trade, so connection City Ghent.
Huh?
But just on the left hand side, to give you an idea, maybe you're interested in buying a house here. The red house was sold for 1.8 million euros, so 1,800,000. Expensive or not is depending from which city you are. But anyway, it's not for me, not for me. Not today, maybe one day.
¿Qué son caras?
Also the College of Europe on the left, we only have one department here in Belgium and one in Poland. Once you have studied here, you can take a seat in the European Parliament or do something with politics. To study here, you don't need to be smart, you just need to have a lot of money, or mommy and daddy. 2 churches on a very small distance, and in the city we have 21 churches, so it's a lot for a small city. 18 of them were Catholic, only 3 Catholic, 3 Protestant, so 18 Catholic, 3 Protestant. We also have more than 300 statues, Madonna with child. If you pay attention to it, you're going to find them a lot. The Madonna with the child.
No, porque es que no, a la Virgen María le dicen Madonna también. Que no creo que se lo entiendan. Es que yo tampoco, como que lo escucho, pero están... ¿Ah? Escuché el del Parlamento. Ah, pero ese no era el Parlamento. Ah.
Then here after the bridge is the old medieval harbor, and was very important for the trade all over Europe. Our golden century was the 15th century. At that time the population was more than 40,000. Today it's only 20,000. The city was a little bit like New York or London today. It was the New York of the Middle Ages. It's the simplest way to compare it. Then the building in front of us was a trade center, was like a business center, was for the high society, was for the rich business people, for the bourgeoisie in front of us. On the right hand side here, the modern houses. I don't know what happened, don't know what they were thinking, but it's not good. It doesn't fit. It's okay, but not here, not in the old city.
Ah, este. ¿Cómo que es moderno? Ah.
The statue is Jan van Eyck. He was the most known Flemish painter in history. He was a very important man in the 15th century, Jan van Eyck. Then here the 2 mosques, they were used to keep the bad spirits out of the houses, the faces here. To keep the bad spirits out.
Me siento tan cool, tengo todo el video
And just
completo.
on the left hand side here is our connection with the North Sea, and it's around 15 kilometers. You need to know, like 700 years ago, the sea was a lot closer to our city, was actually reaching to our city, but the sea pulled back in a natural way. It took more than 300 years for the sea to pull back. It happened in the 13th, 14th, and 15th century. The connection with the sea was getting very bad, so it was getting very hard for the trade, was getting more difficult. Also the city, they started to ask too much taxes, they're getting too high, so all the important things moved to the city Antwerp and Amsterdam. Then what happened? In the 16th, 17th, 18th century, we became a very poor city. We had nothing anymore, we were like a ghost city. Then at the end of the 19th century, we built a harbor at the seaside, and then it was getting better again for the city. It's still our #1 economy today. So we had some really, really good times, but some really bad times as well.
Oh.
also an example of the daylight taxes. So back in the day, some more windows you had, some more taxes you needed to pay. So they closed it to pay less taxes. You can see it over here and then over there. You can still see that's a lot in the city. And this is the best example here in the small street. They just painted the window. Have a look here.
El grupo. Están vendiendo droga. Uno primero copuchando.
On the left-hand side here is a hotel. It's called Hotel Boutique Van Cleef. The name sounds already very expensive. It's not the cheapest one. Most expensive rooms, they go for 700, 800 euros a night. So I hope breakfast is included. Maybe for the next time, Van Cleef.
800 euros el hotel.
And over here we have an amazing view. It's very loved by the artists with the two oldest bridges. Very picturesque. We call this here the Green Riverside. A lot of green, very beautiful. Just in front of us over there is the former courthouse, or the former Palace of Justice. Also the fish market on the left. So they used to transport the criminals by boat, and the entrance for the criminals was the red door in the middle. We had also some men upstairs with weapons, so it was impossible to escape. They had no chance to escape. And this was the entrance for the bad guys, for the criminals. Construction date is 1608. It's very easy for me to know. You can see it there. It's on top here.
Primer mundo decían, primer mundo, primer mundo.
So maybe to finish, last but not least, is the Church of Our Lady. It's 122 meters and it took more than 300 years to build it. So it's from the 12th, 13th and 14th century. Was a lot of work, all in the tiny, tiny bricks. A lot of the people died. Very impressive. Watch out on the left, eh? Impressive on the inside and outside. The Notre Dame. I think that was about it, guys, the end of our boat trip. Thank you so much for your visit, for your time. Really hope that was a bit enjoyable, and I wish you a very nice day further here in the city. Enjoy the weather for the moment. No rain in Belgium, very positive, so enjoy the moment. Had a good time. If you want, if you like, you can always leave something small for the commentary. Make my day. It's more beer for me tonight. But most of all, be really careful when you step out. There's so few people falling over when it's not that good, so be careful. Have an amazing day. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the city. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. And watch out with your hands on the right. Be careful.